Hi folks, this is Jake. Hope you're okay. We're looking at this book, Answering Islam by Norman Geisler and Abdul Salib. And we're looking about the Quran. And we read in page 194, finally the beauty of the Quran is by no means an agreed conclusion of all learned men. In fact, many people in the West sympathize with the judgment of Carlyle, who said that this of the Quran, it is toilsome reading, as I ever undertook a wearisome, confused, jumbled, crude, ikendite. Nothing but a sense of duty could carry any European through the Quran. For the readers who are not familiar with the content of the Quran, we will cite a few surahs rendered by the noted Muslim scholar Yusuf Ali. Let the readers judge for themselves the truth about the alleged unsurpassed beauty of every surah of the Quran. Surah 111. Perish the hand of the father of flame, perish he. No profit to him from all his wealth and all his gains. Burnt soon will be in a fire of blazing flame. His wife shall carry the crackling wood as fuel, a twisted rope of palm leaf fibre round her own neck. Surah 109. Say, O ye that reject faith, I worship not that which ye worship, nor will you worship that which I worship, and I will not worship that which you have been wont to worship, nor will you worship that which I worship. To you be your way, and to me mine. Surah 105. Seest thou not how thy Lord dealt with companions of the elephant? Did he not make their treacherous plan to go astray? And he sent against them flights of birds, striking them with stones of baked clay. Then did he make them like an empty field of stalks and straw, of which the corn has been eaten up. Surah 97. We have indeed revealed this message in the night of power. And what will explain to thee what the night of power is? The night of power is better than 1,000 months. Therein come down the angels and the Spirit by God's permission on every errand, peace, this until the rise of morn. Those familiar with Arabic find these texts less than the most eloquent expressions in the history of literature and religion. So what do you think? I don't think any of those passages are very eloquent at all. They're not particularly profound. They don't particularly say much. So why are they the words of God? What are they? Why are they eloquent? They are not a proof that the Quran is the word of God. So Muhammad's illiteracy. Many Muslims contend that the content of the Quran is proof of its divine origin. They insist that there is no way a book with this message could have come from an illiterate prophet like Muhammad. Critics, however, follow the reasons to the contrary. Some question whether Muhammad was actually illiterate. As one authority notes, the Arabic word al-umni, translated the unlettered prophet in the Quran 7157, may be rendered heathen rather than illiterate. Pathfinder agrees, affirming that the Arabic phrase does not mean the unlettered prophet but the Gentile prophet, and does not imply illiteracy. Indeed, this is how the term is rendered in 62.2 in the Quran. He it is who hath sent among Gentiles al-umni, and as do several other surahs, 273, surah 319, surah 7156. There is some evidence to suggest that Muhammad may not have been completely illiterate. For example, when the Treaty of Hudaybiyah was being sieged, Muhammad took the pen from Ali, struck out the words in which Ali had designated him the Apostle God, and wrote instead with his own hand the words son of Abdullah. And tradition tells us to that when he was dying, Muhammad called for a pen and ink to write a command, appointed his successor, but his strength failed him before writing materials were brought. Furthermore, W. Montgomery Watt informs us that it is known that many Meccans were able to read and write, and there is therefore a presumption that an efficient merchant as Muhammad knew something of the arts. Indeed, even Muslim scholars refer to Muhammad as being perfect in intellect. Furthermore, even if Muhammad lacked formal training in the earlier years, there is no reason why an intelligent person such as he could not have caught up on his own later. He could not be the only self-taught literary figure in the history of humanity. Even if it were granted that Muhammad was illiterate, it does not follow logically that the Quran was dictated to him by God. There are other possible explanations. Even if he was not formally trained, Muhammad was a bright person possessing great skills. In addition, his scribe could have styled it. This was not an uncommon practice at the time. Homer was blind, so he probably did not write his epics himself. Finally, some critics argue that it is possible that Muhammad's first impression was right, that he received the information from a superintelligent evil spirit. In this event, the Quran could not reflect Muhammad's intelligence, but that of the spirit. In any event, it is not implausible that even a formally untrained person could have been the source of the Quran, and not God, as it were.